Hello, my sunflowers. How are you at the first of the year? Again, Happy New Year. I hope 2025 be nothing but a blessing. Okay.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, we hope and wish that you would subscribe to us. And we're trying to reach that 3,000. And you know, when we reach the 3,000, we're going to go 4,000 and 5,000. But nevertheless, we hope that you subscribe. Yes.
Like.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we like.
Support.
I don't know why I had freezer burn. I don't know. My brain went. But nevertheless, please subscribe and like us. And if you get this far now in our videos, then that means you like us.
Yes.
Show us
Thank you.
Thumbs up, subscribe.
Yes. Become a sunflower.
Sunflowers.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm actually here to do a very late request, but has been on the back burner, so I am sorry to this person who has been waiting for probably over a month now, but I am here to do a reading on Winter. Yes. Winter is coming back allegedly, apparently, in 2025. I couldn't find much information on when they're coming back, but apparently it's supposed to be the first half of the year. However, when I clicked on an article that was supposed to detail this, it sent me to some other article because that person posted it on X, so I'm not quite sure. However, I did see, and I did, it definitely does seem like there is some, rumor, I won't say rumor, but there is some word out there that Winter is supposed to be coming back in 2025. I think that's because most of their members are supposed to be coming back from the military. Yes, here we go. Yes, it says all members will reunite next month, January, because this person did suggest this in December, after military discharge. So I just want to know about their career expansion and growth in 2025. Thank you. You are so welcome. So I am here to do a reading on Winter, just like I said, being posted right after Blackpink. So because of that, it is 2025, and just like I had done in my who is coming out in 2025, it is a new year. So for the month of January, let's have the theme of talking about new groups out there. So I talked about groups that are making a debut, who is making their first appearance to the industry, and I talked about Blackpink making a reuniting in 2025. G-Friend actually made a reuniting in 2025 after their 3-year hiatus. I'm going to be seeing about BTS. I know some of their members might not get out of the military till 2026, but hey, that's another group that has been on a temporary hiatus too. So I will be reading on that. And just like BTS, the group and main topic of this video, Winter, had to go and do military service as well. So because of that, the last time that they did a release, according to Google, was in 2020, which is shortly after I left the industry. I swear I heard at least one Winter song in my life that I actually like, but I cannot find it. It is not on my K-pop playlist. I do know some songs tend to deleted and stuff like that on SoundCloud due to copyright issues and people trying to beat the system and cheat the system for free. I get that. However, because of that, I have no clue literally what song I could have liked by Winter. And I know it was within between 2018 and 2022, I'll say. That was like the span I was in K-pop, really 2020, the first half of 2021, and I started trailing off. So a good 18, 19, 20, 21. So about a good 3-4 years I spent in K-pop. So I'm familiar of Winter, but and I definitely had, like I've mentioned here before on this channel, that there was somebody in my community college class that had was super into K-pop, and he loved Winter. So because of that, I know a little bit about Winter. So because of that, maybe that's why I feel like I know them without knowing them. However, because of that, I'm going to be doing a reading on them. This is going to be their main card, which is the main male. They are a group of boys, so therefore this is going to symbolize them as a whole. So let's just figure out what is to be for winter when they make their debut or make their reuniting when they come back in 2025. What's in the stars and in the cards for winter? Okay. Let's find out what the tarot has to say about winter 2025, even though we are in 2025. We'll see. Thankfully, I will get this video out before they make their comeback. I'm not sure when they're supposed to make it, though. So that I couldn't find. Maybe if this person knows, you can let me know down in the comments. Okay. I think it's nicely shuffled. All right, nicely shuffled. There we go. And the card that's going to represent winter. Oh, interesting, but not surprising. We have the Eight of Cups. Let's see what this could mean. This could be a good thing. They have been away from their career after all, and they're going to have to come back to it after a few years. So it could feel like a loss coming back to something that was kind of dead and now having to revive it. That's what it could be like. Let's see. Yes, exactly that, because their problem here is the Mother of Wands. And that symbolized a very protective figure. And even though I'm reading on a boy group, masculine and feminine energy is in every gender and every body. Like every male and female has masculine and feminine energy in them. It just depends on how you choose to express that energy. Or maybe it just could be simply the fact that you're going through a specific situation and maybe it causes you to be in a certain particular energy. Now, I know they are in the military and that honestly requires them to be in a masculine energy. But when they do come out of the military and come out of that war energy and come out of that fighting energy, that strong mentality of defending, then they're going to have to come back to the music industry. And music is all about feeling, grooving, flowing, very feminine in that sense. So because of that, they're going to have to switch gears. And when they switch gears, they're still probably going to have that type of defense, because as we see, this is a mother snake who is guarding her eggs. And if you know anything about snakes or anything about how the animal kingdom feels about their babies, or in this case, anything about how winter feels about their career and how they feel about their fans, they will get defensive. They are definitely on guard. Not to say that they're sensitive, though. It's just if you poke them and push them and make them feel like they need to defend themselves or feel not receptive or not heard, they're going to make sure you hear them. So that's how I feel how winter may feel. And that's where this loss that they are feeling with this Eight of Cups is. That even though they don't have a loss, because they still have a fan base and their fans are wanting them to come back. So it's not like they've lost anything. They have fans, but maybe they felt like they could have lost some years. Maybe they were at their height of their career like BTS was, and then they had to go into the military. So because of that, maybe they felt like they lost the momentum in their career and they're going to have to come back, fight back, especially they're in a whole new generation. Their mentality changed, because once you go into the military and have to do services like that, I don't care what kind of branch you're in, just the training you have to be in the military, just to be prepared for any kind of situation like that, to then readjust to come back to the real world, let alone back to your old life. Even if you didn't have to see crime and see devastation, you still had to go through that grueling training process, which is probably just like idle training. So they're kind of built for it, honestly. But because of that, I feel like now that winter has making their return, their block is feeling the ebbs and flows and how the industry has changed. Literally 4 years ago, They were not idols were not kicking it and living it up on the internet. Honestly, they were still restricted to not having social media accounts, and now they're coming back to an industry where people are idols are literally allowed to have their own Instagram account and post content and interact with fans. So it's a whole new ballpark and a whole new game for the K-pop industry when they make a return. So because of that, it's going to have to be an adjustment for them. But they're willing to do it for the love of their fans and who they love and care for. They're willing to put the effort and the energy to make that adjustment. So let's see what's above winner's head. Oh, interestingly enough, is the 10 of Swords. Let's see what's below them. Ah, the Son of Wands. I like that. I like that. Let's see what's in the past of them. We have Strength, very fitting. In the future, we have the Ace of Swords. That's also very fitting. In their fears, we have the Three of Swords. Interesting. I had to think about that for a second. In their hopes, they have the Seven of Pentacles, which is very fitting. I like their support group. They have a very strong support group. I'll pick that card up, and that's very good. And then finally, in the outcome section, we have the Chariot. That's actually interesting. I'm going to have to figure out what the Chariot means for their outcome, because the Chariot is the past. And if the outcome is supposed to be your future, why is your past and future meeting up? But maybe we'll find that answer when we read the past. But let me pick up those Seven of Pentacles. Actually, it was the Four of Wands. So that was interesting. So it was just interesting, the fact that I thought it was the Seven of Pentacles. But let's read the cards. It actually looks very hopeful for winter 2025. If anything, it just if anything in this theme, just picking off of just what I'm looking up off of the cards right now. If there's any negative energy or anything negative in these cards, all I could see is just the fact of them readjusting to being back in the K-pop industry and being on a different schedule compared to the military. So because of that, that's literally the only thing that I could see being the problem for winter. Everything else is peaches, creams, and rainbows, like they say. I hope I phrased that right. However, what I see in the past for winter, or what's behind them, or like what they don't see, or like maybe what they're moving on from, or maybe in this sense, I'm going to say that they're carrying on their back. Where are they being led to in this present moment is strength. And why do I say strength? And also, sorry, you can't see these cards. I keep forgetting. This is strength. And if you look literally right here, we have the infinity sign. And if this is the past, and the past has the strength card and also that infinity sign, the other half of that infinity sign would have to be the future, which we see over here in the outcome card, which ties it back to the past by the outcome card being the Chariot. So because of that, maybe I can find a different meaning than the past. But for now, that's just a general overview. And what I see here is that winter, being in the military, being away from their fans, being away from the music industry, they really had to find some strength, really, what do they say? I guess develop some character. Because when you really think about it, you're in the K-pop, these idols are in the K-pop industry since they were wee children, honestly. Some of them come before they even hit puberty or just when they're hitting puberty. So because of that, they are training at such a young age and missing really good, crucial periods of their lives because they're basically trapped inside a building practicing all day, but that's what they choose to do. So because of that, they miss key developing factors that they will get being in a different environment, but they also gained some other key skills and development that they've made while being in the K-pop industry that maybe other people that didn't get to have that kind of benefit, that's where they're going to be able to soar and excel, and that's where their strength is. However, that goes very along with the fact that I said that idols are like trained to go into the military, because unlike somebody that probably like just came out of like high school or like working a 9-to-5 job, they're not used to the the grueling, the long hours, the having to be obedient, the maybe even the talking down, the belittling, the everything that you have to go through in the K-pop industry. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to go through in the military industry. So therefore, these idols have a strength. They have a one up. They're able to adjust to the military life a little bit more, but also in that there are some things that come with being in the real world. Like, yeah, they have some things that they were able to pick up from being idols, but they're not in no curated area where everything is safe and they don't have to worry about anything, and everybody does everything for them and they have no control over their lives. No, they have to make the adjustment of being in control of their lives, in control of other people's lives. Yeah, they got the teamwork aspect together, but now this is a different kind of teamwork and a different kind of mindset. So because of that, that is something Winner had to overcome. And I'm not sure if they got to spend being in each other's units, or if they were in completely different departments of the military. But if they did get to spend some time with each other, maybe that could have been like a bonding experience for them, or maybe some of the members. And because of that, that's just going to bring them together. And when they do debut as Winner 2025, they're going to debut as stronger. They are going to take exactly what they learned from the military and apply it to their career, just like they applied what they know from their career to the military. So it's going to be that equal trade-off, that equal balance for Winner when they make their debut. Not their debut, but make their comeback. However, what I see though in their current in their current moment, like I said, the Eight of Cups, something lost, those cups are broken. And even though something has been lost, don't let that make you feel weary and dreary. Don't feel like you're too old for the industry. Don't feel like you've aged out. Don't feel like you are too old. You're unhip. Nobody cares about you. Your fans lost you. You fell off. Like, don't think about all that. Just think about your talent. Think about, that you have fans that love you. You know that you've accumulated that solid fan base. And I'm sure they can have access to the phone and internet while they're in the military. So because of that, they could see that their fans are really excited to see that they're ready to come back. And that's a little bit of a motivator and a little bit of push for them. So even though with this 10 of Swords and everything feels like it's the end, it's actually not the end, because this is another card that symbolizes that this actually is a fake ending. What is all lost and what is all ended is not. There is something new, something better, something greater on the horizon. And that's exactly what I see for Winner when they make their comeback. I guess the best I could say is that they're going to come out as refined men because we see here at the very bottom, yes, we see a lot of snakes. We see a lot of snakes. So these boys definitely have transformed. They've made some changes in their lives. They've had changes happen to their lives. Maybe they've seen some things in the military. Maybe they learned some things. They got to talk to people, have new experiences. So because of that, they got into get outside of their little curated bubble that they had in the K-pop industry and get to actually experience the real world and the harsh struggles out there and hear people's not so glamorous stories. And yes, I know these idols come from humble beginnings too, but sometimes they just have to be reminded of that be a little bit humbled. Not saying that that Winner is not humbled or was never humbled or grateful for where they came from, but we see here at the Son of Wands is, I named this the snake charmer, because they said that this snake can charm. It got the smooth talking. It knows exactly what to say to get what it wants. That's the snake charmer. It's able to wield in the snake, and the snake is just like, ooh, goo, goo, gaga, all in love. It's enchants, it's hypnotized. And that's what Winner got. That's their trick up their sleeve. That's their magic trick. And because of that, they're going to use that to their ability. And like I said, they know that they have fans that love them. And yes, does that make them a little bit cocky? Yeah, sure. But hey, we see in the future, though, for Winner and 2025, when they make their debut, is definitely new beginnings with this Ace of Swords. It's going to be a new beginning for Winter. They are taking a new journey. The transition from going from military, like I said, even in BTS's readings, the transition from the industry to the military was one transition. Now they're going to have to go through another transition from the military back to the industry. And because of that, it's going to take some adjustment. They're going to have to go through some things. They're going to have to change their mindsets and change the way they approach things. But also, you can't just revert. Honestly, once you go to the military, you can't just revert back to the shell of who you was before the military. That's like ingrained in you. It's actually it's almost like a disgrace to unmilitarify yourself once you get out of the military. So because of that, Winner is going to take that honor, and maybe they will really embody their name Winner for sure. I mean, it was a beautiful name to begin with anyway. It just sounds great. Winner. You just sound like you're out there to win and you're going to be on top, which is what I see with this Ace of Swords. Now, does that literally mean that they're going to be on top and be like number one and be knocking it out the park? No, but on top of their game in the sense of that they are going to really see that they do have fans out here that love them, remember them, can't wait to connect with them. And when they have their fan meets, it's going to be an experience. So because of this, it's going to be an experience. It's going to be great. There might be tears. There might be excitement. The fan meetings might be even sentimental. So because of that, that's the kind of energy I'm getting with Winter. They just feel so mentally ready to make this adjustment. Maybe, yes, I will say even afraid to make this adjustment because we see here in their fears, we have this Three of Swords, and we don't see a heart here. However, it is swords tied together by the red string of love. So because of that, it is tied up. And their fear is that maybe they won't be well receptive. And that's where the Eight of Cups is of how they're feeling right now. Like I said, they have to keep themselves reminded with this Mother of Wands to keep themselves reminded that they didn't fall off. They have fans that love them. Just keep going. Like the Ten of Swords says, just because it looks bleak right now or because you've been so like somewhere else, that when you come back to this, don't think that you've been completely abandoned, and don't even think that you've abandoned it. It's all respect. They understand your fans love you. You've created this community. And because of that, just come back, give it your best, love it, enjoy it, and your fans will receive it, and it will be a great time. Because that's exactly what they hope. That is so what they hope. And with the Seven of Swords, they hope that all their work, all that they did before they went into the military wasn't lost, wasn't gone, didn't get washed in the very overly saturated K-pop industry with so many groups debuting, that maybe some other big group was come out and everybody's going to forget about Winter. It's good that like would have hypothetically completely wiped out BTS and Blackpink, and now we got this group as like number one. Winter could have been feeling like that. They could have been feeling like there could have been somebody like from fourth, fifth gen that would have just came rising through the ranks to just stole the hearts and minds and attentions of everybody. That when Winter came back, it was just like, well, what about us? Like that's what they're hoping, that's not what's going to happen. Even though that's what their fear is, they're hoping weirdly. I don't want to say hoping against hope, because that's not what it's going to be. Because what we see here in the and this, I'm actually going to say, usually this is the opinions of the family, but I'm going to say the opinions of in the sense, yes, family, their fans is going to be the Four of Wands, which I accidentally did ironically drop, speaking of dropping off. However, the loyal fans that stuck by, because this is the Four of Wands, and the Four is all about foundation, stability, your foundation, the solidification, and the The fans are still there. The fans that were like diehards there, they're going to do their magic. They're going to come together. They're going to make winter sound like the best thing that was like known to man, and try to get the attention driven back to winter. And that's honestly winter could all they could ask for, because now they have fresh eyes, new people that could that don't know them are going to get to know them, and because of that, their fans are going to make sure that people know who winter is, and they're going to say, hey, stand winner. So because of that, we do see that that's why the outcome is their past. We see for the outcome for winter is their past, the chariot. But in that sense, it's not the past. They're going to be moving on from the past. Yeah, what they had before the military is what they had, but also at the same time, they know that they have something new, they have something fresh, they're going to have something greater. They've changed, so therefore the effort and devotion that they put into their comeback is going to be changed as well. Not saying that what they was doing beforehand, before going into the military, was wrong, but once you change, everything else you do changes as well too. And also another thing with winter is the fact that they are coming back in 2025 after being in the military and having to go through this reset. Another thing is that having to adjust and having to understand that they maybe could be inspired, have something new. It's just really wanting to connect with the fans. They love what they do. They missed you guys. They ready to connect with you guys. They're like that's all I could say is that for this reading for winter, like I said, the only negative thing I could see in this reading is that winter is just concerned about being well received by their fans, and it looks like that's, even though that's a concern that they have going on in their mind, and maybe it even weighs them down and makes them feel a bit nervous and anxious to come back. There is some sort of safety net in their hearts. They know that they have their diehards out there, and whatever fandom name, winner's fandom name is, they are still going to be there. They're still going to support them, and I'm sure they, when it comes time for fan signings and fan meets, it's going to be special. It's going to be magical. It's really going to be emotional. It's going to be beautiful. They can't wait to see you guys. Yeah, that's honestly positive energy that I see for winter in 2025. They're going to get over their fears because they are here for winter, and no matter how much they feel and fear, they know that as long as they put their best foot forward, like especially as the military probably has taught them, that however they are received and however they are taken, that's all that they can do. And they know that if they've done their best and put their authentic selves forward, and if the fan base wants to receive them, then they will be received. And if they aren't received, well, then yeah, they would be sad, but they would also understand that their time would have ran out. And just when you go into the military, and like pretty much every band after the military goes off and do their own little thing afterwards, because it's just like fans just lose interest, or maybe your fans grown up, or maybe your fans fell out of K-pop. So because of that, I don't see that for winter though. I definitely see the complete opposite. They are going to have a thriving fan base, and their fan base is going to make sure and going to try hard to make sure that winter gets the attention and recognition that they deserve, and they know, and hope that the new people can enjoy them as well. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed my reading on winter in 2025 and their comeback. It looks good. They only have some mental trepidation, and they're just a little bit emotional about it. But other than that, they're going to come up, they're going to deliver, they're going to do what they got to do. And in return, the fans are going to do what they're going to do. So because of that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for being a fan of winter, so much so that you still checked in a whole month later to make sure to see if I was still going to be doing a reading on winter. So they really do have a dedicated fan base out there. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and any of you winter fans out there, please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. It will really help this channel. Please leave your comments down below. Even though I may not respond to them, I do read your comments at least twice. And also, if you leave a K-pop reading suggestion, do know that I will eventually get around to it. I've never been this a month late. Usually I've been 2 weeks late. So I do apologize for real being late like this. So with that, I hope you accept my sincere apologies. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please give this video a thumbs up and sunflowers.